You're going to call these the ionic naming notes or ion naming notes. Okay? Last week we were naming things that had covalent bonds, and now we're talking about what? What kind of bonds? Ionic bonds. Good. And how do we know if something is an ion? If we were to
two different, no, two same or different.
It's two different, so we're going to have a metal and a non-metal. Okay? So these are going to be metal and a non-metal. Okay? And what do we remember about the charges? What tends to be positive? Metals or non-metals?
Non-metals. Metals.
Metals. Okay. So these tend to have a positive charge. Now, just a quick review. The reason that these have a positive charge is because they tend to have extra electrons. So maybe they have one valence electron. So it's easier for them to lose one electron so that they go back to that full valence shell rather than gaining 7. Do you guys remember that when we talked about oxidation numbers? No? We didn't do oxidation numbers yet? Oh, we did like ionic charges. Remember the numbers at the top of the periodic table, +1, +2? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Those are called oxidation numbers. Okay? So then, these positive charges, these are called cations. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. So metals form cations. Okay. So what do you think you'd put under nonmetals? Negative charge. Negative charge. And these are called anions. Okay? That's easy so far. But I need you to know those words. I need you to know this word and this word. Okay? Okay, so just a little bit of review. So what do we always write first? Positives, right? So when you're talking to somebody, you always start with the positives, right? That's a good way to win people over. So if someone says like, hey, how do you like chemistry? The best way to get people to like you is to say at least 1 or 2 positive things about chemistry and then let it rip. And then you can let all your complaints out. But start with the positive. Then people are under the impression that you're a positive person, even if you're not. Okay? So we start with the positive. Okay? So when we write formulas, we start with the positive every time. So when we write formulas, yeah. Okay, so those are the rules. When we write formulas, we start with the positive. Done. That's like the hardest thing to remember. Why? We just do. That's the way we always do it. Okay? Now what we're going to start with is, instead of giving you the actual like compound name, I'm actually just going to give you which ions we would put together, and I'm going to show you how we would figure out what the charges are, and it's super easy. But we'll put your phone away. I'm not stupid. Okay. So we're going to start with, so here's our first example. We're going to start with lithium, okay? And lithium has a charge of +1, okay? And that's because it is in the first column of the periodic table. Good. And then we're going to use nitrogen. Can someone tell me what the charge of nitrogen is?
0. I mean +1.
-3. Okay? Notice, ladies and gentlemen, that I started with the positive. Okay? Always write your positive first. Then, how many positives are here?
3.
1. And how many negatives?
3.
So how many positives would you need to balance out
2 more.
2 more? So how many total lithiums would you need?
3.
3. So you would need lithium 3, nitrogen 1. But you don't have to write the 1. You guys know that, right? Same as algebra, we just don't need to write it. Okay. Now, you could think of it by using the puzzle, or you could do something else, which is really easy. Let's do one more. So let's do sodium and nitrogen. Yep. Now, you guys, you could think of it, ladies and gentlemen, you could think of it as those puzzle pieces. Because you did the puzzle first, this is really easy. And you may not ever need to know this, but a great way to cheat is that you don't ever have to think about these ions if you just go, yeah, cheating is bad, okay? You're going to go crisscross applesauce. Did you guys see what I did? Gentlemen, do you mind? What I did is I just took the number, what number is up here? 1. And I drop it down, okay? And that's what I record right here. So I'll write a 1 just so you guys can see it. And then I took the number that's up here. What number is this?
3.
-3, but we're just going to focus on the number. And I drop it down and I put it right here. Okay? So you start with them up here and then you crisscross. Okay? You always do that. Okay? Always do that. And that's what makes this so easy, is that you already know why we're doing this, but this is like a cheater way. So you never have to think about, again, what those puzzle pieces would look like. You're just going to go crisscross applesauce and you're done. Okay? Now there are some exceptions to that, and I want to show you one exception to that, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay? All right. Let's look at beryllium. Can someone tell me what the charge of beryllium would be?
Get your ion charge.
-1.
It's not negative. Beryllium is a metal, so we know that it's going to be
It's in the second row, so it's -2.
No, +2.
+2. Very good.
How do you know?
Okay? Then we have oxygen. Can someone tell me what the charge of oxygen is? -2. Good. So if we use the crisscross applesauce, we're going to go crisscross. What would that be?
B-O.
Be2O2. What can we do to fix this?
Nothing.
We crisscross applesauce and then we reduce. Okay? So that's the only further step. Usually crisscross gives you the answer and then you're done. But if these numbers can be reduced, you're just going to reduce them. So what would this be?
0, 0.
B-O. You guys get it? What? You do have to reduce it. You do. Okay. Let's do you guys want to do one more and then we'll practice some of these?
We're good, thank you.
Do one more.
We're going to do one more. Okay.
Yes,
Let me do... Does anyone remember what SN stands for?
Silicone.
No.
What?
Not even close.
Silicone.
No, someone look it up.
Yeah, someone look on your periodic table and tell me what this is.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Oh, I thought
Just so you know, to do this, you should have your periodic table.
Yeah, you
Sulfur.
collected it.
What is it?
No, I didn't. You should have your
JK, I
ion
have it. JK.
Tin. Okay. Now, really quick. Tin. It is tin. Ladies and gentlemen, what we know about tin is that it's a transition metal. And tin doesn't always have the same charge every time. So sometimes it has a charge of 2, sometimes it has a charge of 4. I want to show you the one that has a charge of 4. So it's a +4. Okay? And then let's use sulfur, which is -2. So how would I crisscross that?
On my B.
SN2. Yeah, SN2S.
S2.
No, SN2S.
So SN2, S4.
So the
Yep, so I need to reduce.
why does the
What?
negative number
How do you
change?
reduce?
SN2S.
Wait. Hold on. Go ahead. What was your question?
Why does the negative number turn into a positive?
Because you know what? Let's think about this realistically. Can you have -2 tens?
No.
No. So because that subscript, that number on the bottom, represents a quantity, it can't be negative. So you just drop it down, lose the sign. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about how I got SN2, S4? Kashira. I'm sorry. Gentlemen, you guys. Jewel, keep that table under control. Go ahead.
How come that the apostle is not in the front of the force? Like, what's the difference between the apostle?
You know what? It doesn't matter. I actually write them both ways all the time. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? So, is this answer correct?
No.
No, so I need to reduce it. So I'm going to reduce it to...
No,
It becomes like tin 1, sulfur 2. Because do we write a 1? No. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you please stop your side conversations? So disrespectful. Listen, can you write a 1 right here? Yeah, you can. I don't care. Honestly, like if you can crisscross applesauce and reduce, I'm totally happy. So if you were to write SN1, S2, but you will bring me your phone, then I would totally allow that to go. Just give me the phone. Okay. Fazen, did you have a question?
Yeah, isn't it SN2, Alright, everyone. Because that's 4 plus and then that.
No, because look what happened. You see this 2? That 2 comes down and that 4 comes down. So
Yeah, but
remember
doesn't it
that you
make
need
sense?
to crisscross them.
Wait, so why would it be 1 though? If it's 2 and
Because
4.
you're going to reduce. So both of these numbers are divisible by 2. So that's when we get SN1.
Yeah, I got you.
I just
decide that 2, divide that 2 back.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. How do you guys feel about this? Easy. Easy, right?
Yeah.
So let's do a couple practice ones.